It was in the year 1912, when astronomer Vesto M. Slipher discovered that light from remote galaxies was red-shifted. He was the first to observe the shift of spectral lines of galaxies, making him the discoverer of galactic redshifts, which was later interpreted as galaxies receding from the Earth. Later, many astronomers like Alexander Friedmann and Swedish astronomer Knut Lundmark observed and found evidence of the expansion of the universe. Then Edwin Hubble observationally confirmed Lundmark's and Lemaitre's findings in 1929. Assuming the cosmological principle, these findings would imply that all galaxies are moving away from each other. Enough history class. The Big Bang, which occurred 13.8 billion years ago, started the initial expansion of the universe. It is still a mystery what triggered the Big Bang, but the inflation theory tells us that during the inflammatory epoch about 10 to the power minus 32 of a second after the Big Bang, the universe suddenly expanded and its volume increased from equivalent to 1 nanometer object to the length approximately 10.6 light years. The force at which it expanded caused a huge momentum that caused the expansion till 5 billion light years. But after that, according to general physics, the gravitational force should have stopped the expansion of the universe, or at least slow it down. But things didn't go as we understand physics. An unknown force, which we call dark energy, led to increase in the expansion rate, not only the universe expanding, but it's accelerating. It was confirmed through Hubble's observations that far-away galaxies are receding much, much faster than the ones which are near. Einstein's equation of general relativity describes space and time as interconnected fabrics, which implies that space and time is a part of the universe and doesn't exist beyond it. As general relativity predict a cosmic tug-of-war between the expansion and gravity. It's the dark void between galaxies in which the dark energy wins out and causes the fabric of space to expand and stretch. It is a bit complicated to understand, but the universe is expanding into itself. Objects simply moves apart in the dark void of nothingness, where dark energy wins over their mutual force of gravity. Theoretical physicists are pushing the limits of mathematical modeling to understand what is beyond our universe and space-time fabric. The universe originated from an extremely hot, dense fireball of matter and radiation which exploded, sending matter outwards as it expanded. It cooled sufficiently for matter to form into galaxies. The presently observed expansion of the universe is considered to be due to this initial explosion. In dark energy, everything in the universe exerts a gravitational pull on everything else, and this slows down the universal expansion. The ultimate fate of the universe depends on the amount of mass contained within it, that is, the mean density of the universe. There is a critical density, which if reached will be sufficient to just stop the expansion of the universe. This is similar to a ball thrown in the air. The Earth's gravity eventually stops the ball, and it begins to fall back. There is considerable uncertainty in our knowledge of the amount of matter in the universe. However, two possible outcomes exist. First possibility: the universe will expand forever. If the mean density is less than the critical density, then there is insufficient mass within the universe to stop the expansion. The universe will expand forever. Ultimately, the galaxies will move increasingly further apart. Star formation within the galaxies will eventually cease as the star-forming material is exhausted. The universe will slowly cool to absolute zero. A heat death will occur. Life will be unable to exist. The universe will collapse in on itself. If the mean density exceeds the critical density, then the expansion of the universe will eventually cease and the universe will begin to contract. Eventually, a fireball like that which initiated the universe's expansion will result. This is referred to as the Big Crunch. If this were to happen, it is estimated that it is some 50,000 million years in the future, at least 10 times the remaining life of the Sun. It may be that the universe expands and contracts in a cyclic way and may indeed, have been doing so in the past. This is the so-called oscillating theory of the universe. This is it for today's video. I know scripting is not that perfect to held engagement, but I am working on